short story of Sinister, where it came from, where it started, if there's other bands involved in the creation of Sinister.
Um, Sinister started by me, vocalist, and our drummer Art. That went back like 87 or something. How it started was actually Art and our old guitar player were in a band and they saw me playing live. I played bass, guitar and did backing vocals because we had just our new singer. I was singer of the band as well. They called me and they asked me if I wanted to form like a new band with them because they found out that I wanted to play more brutal music than I was doing at that time. It was just like speed metal. I wanted to make the most brutal music there is. And they found out, so they gave me a call. That's how it started. We made a demo, Perpetual Damnation, with 4 songs on it. Later on we re-recorded those 4 songs plus 3 extra songs and made it as a promo demo, not for sale, only for record companies. We used those 4 songs from the old demo, re-recorded to put on like 4 7 inches, only for promo. Like one came out, a Dutch company. It will be only like in Holland and Belgium, some in Germany, but most of it was like Asia, stuff like that. A bit of strange countries. One is done by American company and all that stuff. We didn't make money out of it. We've been on days of our compilation album. And then we get signed by Nuclear Blast. We made our Cross the Sticks album. We have done a lot of tours with bands such as Entombed, Cannibal Corpse, Deicide, Suffocation. Our last tour was our own headline tour through Europe, supported by Incantation. So, of course, we had our last album recorded to Diabolical Summoning with Colin Murchison as producer. Turned out to be really good album. It's doing very good.
And how's your album doing, the last one? How is it doing in the States?
In the States we're doing actually for our record company because that's really, they're small still. We're selling good. We're selling as one of the best for Nuclear Blast. That's what they told me. So that's actually good. It's doing good. I probably have to do because we even tour in the States. So for this tour we'll sell probably much more.
So since it's your first tour from the States, what do you think of it so far?
Oh, it's great. We have because Cannibal Corpse put a lot of people, and like a bunch of people know us, they get a CD and they're totally into our music, but other people who don't know us, they're like, wow, this guy's a fucking brutal live, so they check us out and the crowd really enjoys us. And we have really good shows. So it's a really good tour for us.
How can you describe your sound?
I don't know actually, it's not really fits with the description. I think we're just pure death metal. Some people say it's grinding, and it's because of the blast beats, kind of grindcore stuff. But I think we are really brutal death metal.
What were your main influences when you started out as a singer or bass player?
I like bands as Slayer, Possessed, Infernal Majesty, Venom, Creator, the old Creator, all those. It's like 10 years, from now, even 10 years back when I started doing that. So I listened to those kind of bands, and I still like them a lot. And those days were my influences, and that's why, that's the basic for your music, and then you start to try to get different.
And the other guys, do you know what are their influences? Almost the same thing?
Yeah, it's the same thing. We listen to the same kind of music. Some listen to other kinds of bands because those days there were a lot of bands, a lot of like thrash and speed metal was those days also very big. But most of my bands were which I listened to were death metal bands, especially for me, the drummer. The other guys as well almost.
What are you listening to right now on your free time?
Death metal,
Yeah.
still. I like bands like D-Side, Suffocation, Morbid Angel. Um, I also listen to like heavy death metal bands. Like there's so many bands around. Well, and like I said, I still listen to the old stuff. I love Possessed still, Slayer, especially old Slayer of course, and Immolation, Further Majesty, those bands.
Uh, who does the songwriting in Sinister, and how does it work?
Um, Usually the guitar players come up with the riffs, so we come up with near the drummer come up with ideas or something, and then we start working out. But most of the time, the guitar players write riffs, and it worked out in the rehearsal place. And that's how the songs get started. Yeah, now at this moment, my bass player wrote like already 4 songs.
For
Of course,
new
like
songs?
4 new songs. Of course, it's like we gave our ideas to him, and he worked something out. But most of the things came from him. At the moment.
Do you like writing on tour, while on tour? Does it bring,
On tour you don't write hardly anything. You're too busy with doing, and there's hardly no time to play guitar or whatever. Because when you arrive at the club, you probably have to do a sound check or going to get something to eat and do some sightseeing. So most of the time you don't have time. They don't have time to play guitar or whatever. Done it a few times.
Where do you take the inspiration for your lyrics?
Different kind of stuff actually. It's more what I read, movies I watched, and it's like things stuck in my mind, just little sentences or whatever of ideas and which I like a lot, and they stick up in my mind. And later on, they come out when I start writing the lyrics. Actually, I like to write the lyrics through listening to the music. When we finish a song, I have vocal lines already, almost worked out, but no lyric type of things. And I put on the tape, the rehearsal tape, and listen to it a couple of times, and I get a feeling with the song, so I know what to write with it. And that's the main thing how I do it. So it's basically the things where I get my ideas from my mind, of course.
Do you like working with Colin Richardson?
He's awesome. He's really probably one of the best, for sure. Death metal, he's really good. He made a real, like I've been told different. We knew what kind of sound we wanted on our CD, and this CD turned out to be even better than we expected. We wanted to have a really powerful, heavy sound, and still that you can hear everything really separately because we only have 4 piece. We don't have 2 guitars, so our bass guitar is also a big part of the music. And our drummer, because of the blast beats and the fast double bass, you really have to hear the snare good and the double bass. And he did actually what we wanted and put his ideas in there. Said okay, later on when we recorded everything, he did a big mix and was like, that's the idea I get from you guys and what you probably wanted. Put some of my own stuff in there, and this is what I have. Not finished, of course, but the basic idea. And we were happy with it. Only we changed like a few things, and it was like, getting along with that. It was really good.
And do you think you'll work with him again if you have the chance?
If we have the chance, for sure. But I heard he now is working with a management agent, kind of management, and it's going to be expensive or something.
Yeah.
So I have to check out what's going on. Hopefully we can work with him again. And otherwise we probably try to work with Scott Burns.
How's the scene in Holland, the death metal scene?
It's pretty good. A lot of fans. Like we played for this album almost 20 times in Holland, or for sure 20 times. And we pulled up from 100 to over like 300 people a night. So then you know how much people are involved with the show. And like when Morbid Angel was doing a show, like they do like 2 or 3 shows, and it would pull like 1,500 people a night. So for a small country, it's a big audience.
How's the friendship on tour with the bands you've met and did while on this tour?
This tour is really good. We already knew the guys of Cannibal Corpse. We toured with them before, and yeah, it worked out really good. That's why we're here, because they wanted us to the States. They really like us and our music, and that's really cool. So really, yeah, thankful to them for that. And yeah, the guys of Cynic are also really nice guys. We can get along really good. So, and it's the same with other bands. We've made a lot of friends during the time we were in bands now. Especially the guys of Suffocation, I can get along with them. The guys of Deicide are really cool. Yeah, the guys of Invitation when we toured with, yeah, all the bands where we toured with, we never hardly had any problems. So it's really great.
Since you're from Holland, was it hard to get recognition from other states, other countries in Europe?
How do you mean?
Because some bands from Sweden, since they're from Sweden, everybody thinks they sound like this, so I won't listen to that. Have you ever had this difficulty?
Probably not. Not that I know of. It's like, yeah, we're not from Sweden, we're from Holland, and
No, because you've never been like mistaken for Pestilence or something like that.
no. Probably because we make a different kind of death metal than those other bands. Because in Holland there are only like not much bands who play like us. We one of the when we started actually we already were blasting, so everybody was aware of that. So yeah, we hardly were mistaken for bands as Pestilence or whatever. Definitely not. It's not that I know of actually.
What are the other cities you're gonna hit on this tour?
Actually, the cities, there are a lot. We do like, this tour is 9 weeks, so we do a lot of cities. This is the 4th week.
Okay.
After this, we do like 6 shows in California. Go to Phoenix, Arizona. We go Las Vegas. Then we go down to Texas, do there a couple of shows. We play in Dallas, El Paso, Houston, Austin. Then we do a couple other shows around there. And then we go down to Florida, play like Tampa, Orlando,
Miami?
probably no, I don't know, Miami. I don't know actually which ones. Yeah, Miami we play. And Jacksonville, something like that. Some of those places. And then we go back up to New York. New York is actually the last show.
Okay.
We play in Washington. And we also play another show in Canada. We play in Quebec.
Quebec, okay,
yeah.
Montreal and after Quebec.
Yeah, we don't play in Montreal again.
Okay. Oh, you're going back to Canada?
Yeah, we're going back to Canada.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Interesting.
because Montreal was sold out like bam. So that's why I want to back, so we do Quebec.
Quebec.
And
Cool.
the last show is in Limelight in New York, and then they told me it will be a huge show.
Right, Limelight is like I think 7,000 people can go in there. Do you think you'll do the Milwaukee Metal Fest?
No,
No?
we don't play there. We should have, but for some kind of reason it didn't happen. But anyhow, doesn't matter. We did a good tour, and that's the main thing. And we will come back. We already got a couple of offers, so we wait for the best and probably see if we have time before a new album, or if we just go back to do another big tour when our album's done.
Do you think you'll play some open air festival in Europe?
Well, no, we missed them all.
Oh.
Because of this tour, we missed them. They're like in June,
Okay.
July, and we were asked for a couple, and yeah, we couldn't do any.
So that's basically it. What do you think of fanzine? Small fanzine. Do you read some?
Of course, yeah. If I get them, well, a lot of them send their fanzines to Nuclear Blast, and I get like copies, or I get the original ones back at home, and I read them. Of course, I used to be totally in the underground scene, tape trading, whatever, and writing to all kind of bands, but because my band is going bigger, I'm on the road all the time. I have to manage a couple of things, and there's so many things who's getting extra involved with the music that we have to practice more. So yeah, we have when you get bigger and bigger, you have to practice more and more as well. That's why I don't hardly have time to write anymore. I just do my fan mail, and that's basically it. So I'm glad if I get fanzines so I can read and get anything to know about the underground scene, because yeah, I was really involved with that, and that's why we get big. So I'm really still thankful for the people over there who helped us out, and I still write them, but only by interviews, and if they write me, I write them back. But it's only like short messages and stuff like that, because it's really hard to get so much mail, and yeah, getting that time I explained already. So I'm grateful for the fanzines which I can read, and there are really good fanzines around. Yeah.
What's the average of the letters you might receive in, let's say, a week or two?
Well, it depends which time. Sometimes I get like a letter a day, and sometimes I get like 20 letters a day. So it's really, yeah, basically strange. Some months I get just a few letters. The other months I get tons, because we were on tour. Probably after the American tour, we get tons of letters again. Everybody start writing because they just saw us. I heard from Nuclear Blast America, they get so many phone calls from people who already saw us, never heard from us. They say, oh, they're a really awesome band, and we want to have their CDs and blah blah blah. So
That's good.
Really killer. Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing that happened to you while on stage?
Weirdest thing on stage? I don't know, actually. Weird. No, actually, yeah. Been fight once, a few times. There have been like really aggressive shows, but not really weird things. Just like the basic things going on there.
Describe a Sinister show.
Oh, that's hard. It's better for someone else when you see it, but I think we're really putting a lot of energy in our show. We really try to get a wild show on stage, just getting people enjoying it and getting them wild. And yeah, our music does basically do the most thing, because it's really beautiful music. So we stage we're feeling our music, so that's why we go along with it. Basically it. Yeah.
So you have a last word to conclude this interview?
I want to say thanks for the interview, and I want to say thanks for everybody who supported us, and I hope you will come along to one of our shows. It's again fanzine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I hope to see some of you people in Quebec, and otherwise later on this year or next year. And thanks for everything. And one thing I didn't notice, we're gonna, after this tour, we're gonna do a tour in September probably. Got no clue how it worked out. And our album probably will be recorded in January. So until like March we want to be doing a couple of shows, whatever, but probably we won't on the road until March. So we'll have to wait a bit, but we will be back.
Yeah, cool. So that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.